Firefly, how short is life? I dreamt we had more than 20. I have seen.
Hello and welcome back. I thought I would do a really quick video because I had my surgeon appointment today about my hip. But anyway, I saw the surgeon's assistant actually. I didn't know it, but he actually assisted in the surgery with the surgeon. I'm like, well, I don't remember you because I was so drugged. He said my scar looks good. It looks, actually, it's good. And he said, I can't even remember if he asked me if I'd been walking, but I went in the wheelchair because I am afraid with cane or not to walk that far from the car all the way in to sit down and then all the way back to the room. I just didn't want to go that far. In my apartment, it's okay because I don't walk that far because it's just a small little square. So he said, I told him about the side pain that I have and the left buttock pain and then down how that spasms. And he said that's normal if you're not using it a lot. And he said that I'm okay to use a cane or a walker from this point forward, but I should baby it. If by the end of the day I'm in pain, baby it the next day or so. And I wanted to say I do that anyway, but I didn't because I don't need to be scolded by anybody because I am an adult and I make my own choices. Whether they be right or wrong, I do them. And I hope you do the same. I would rather you do things in the right way than the wrong way, but I feel that I just don't have that much help. And so I have no choice but to do what I do in this circumstance. In this circumstance, I was going to tell him I cannot do a walker because my weight on this shoulder would not be good, but I didn't want to go into that. I asked his opinion on what is destroying my tendons, and he said certain medications. So we went from Ehlers-Danlos to medications, but he said I can get tested through my doctor. And I'm hoping that I can genetic test also through her, because if not, it's a couple-year waiting list to test for genetics. That's how I would know if I have Ehlers-Danlos. I think that she can test for autoimmune. So we'll see. I see her December 29th. And of course, I'll let you know also. During work, I got ready for the doctor off and on in my breaks, kind of, and did the best I could. And sometimes I wouldn't use my cane and I listened to my body and I walk funny. I really do. I feel like I have a spinal deformity because the way I walk. He did say that he stretched out my tendon so it could be longer or looser. I can't remember the term he said. And I would agree with that, I think, because of the way I walk. But back on topic. I left after work, well, actually at noon, I should say, to go to the surgeon. And I went downstairs in my cane and everything, got in the car, got to the surgeon's, got in the wheelchair, got back in the car, and the cane back up here. But then again, had to leave again to go get a mini order to drop at my apartment office. My last money to this building. And then went to Walmart, picked up groceries in the pickup line, and I didn't go in. But I did have to go in to get the money orders. And then got back home. I'm not that bad, I don't think. I'm a little sore. I think today's the most that I have done since surgery. Friday, I'm going to go to my work's Christmas dinner. Of course, I'll take my cane. I still can't put my pants on because my left hip swells. It's like an extra butt cheek. I'm not kidding you. It's not that big. It's a butt cheek of a very, very skinny person. Let me just say that way. It's small. But when you turn sideways in the mirror and you look, the best way to describe it is a small butt cheek. And that's when it's swollen the worst. When I wake up, it's not that swollen. But throughout the day, it swells. And it interferes with my pants. It makes them tighter around the hips. So I'm afraid that if I put them on and I start swelling toward the night and I go to sit down, it will hurt. So I have to wear my stretchy yoga pants Friday. And when I'm home, I put sweatpants on. And one pair of my sweatpants are very tight in my hip area. Not in the waist, just the hip. When I put them on in the morning, it's not that bad. But today from noon, now I still have my yoga pants on, stretch pants on. It was close to me leaving. I had to leave here at 1. My sweatpants. I was thinking, oh gosh, I need to get out of these because they're getting uncomfortable. So that was that about my day and about the surgeon. And now I want to say something else. I feel like I don't want to come across as, oh, I'm high, not in high. I'm high and above and accelerating in my vibrations. I don't want to say that because I feel like I'm bragging, in which I'm not. But it's a way of describing what I'm going through. Today, I don't know, it was like something was going on. I felt like I opened up. And every day here lately, I'm starting to feel that way. Like I'm evolving higher and higher and higher. I don't know. But when I was driving today, I was just staring out the window because it was at a red light. And something caught my eye. And I'm like, what is that? There was not one cloud in the sky, not one. But in front of me drifted like an illusion. And I say that because I seen something big and moving, and I don't know how to describe it, but I saw it moving. And it was probably the size of a sedan. It was pretty big. And it was just going, and I'm watching it thinking, what is that? Now, keep in mind, I see orbs with my eyes, and I see souls and many other things with my eyes. And so I'm watching this, and my daughter's with me. I don't say anything. And I look out my side window, and it's tinted, pretty tinted. And I didn't see it go by. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay, was that a big orb? Or was that a UFO in a translucent mode and invisibility? Because they cloak that. I don't know what it was. But I'm like, okay, and I forgot to thank it. Just in case it was a higher entity going by. I try to thank everything in every way. Even if I see you, I'm going to say, if you give me something or say something or whatever, I usually always say thank you. And today I thought, I wonder if any of my kids are embarrassed of me because I will walk through Walmart and tell a worker, associate, is what Walmart workers are called? You know, have a good day. They don't have to say anything to me, but I'll walk by and smile and say, have a good day. But I will say thank you. I bless you with gratitude, or I thank you with gratitude. I try to love everything because you're supposed to. And I even love my enemies. I forgive my enemies, but that's not to say because I forgive them. It's not to say, but I still want you in my life. I forgive you, but come back in my life and damage me some more. That's not how it works. You forgive them. You don't have to bring them back. It doesn't mean what they've done to you is okay. But for your sake and your vibrations and your karma, you have to say you're forgiven. And I do. And I love every entity that there is. Bad ones and good ones. But the bad ones, just because I love them, does not mean, come and interfere in my life. That's not how it works. I lost track. Oh, I thought my daughter might think I'm crazy because half these people don't say anything to me, and I say have a good night, have a good day, or whatever. And I'm working on myself in that way. I'm trying to be grateful in everything and show love and respect. Used to, I would say, if you don't respect me, I don't respect you. But I'm working on that. That's not the way we are supposed to be. There was something I was going to say before the Walmart thing. Oh, no. This concerns me. I wanted to share this with you, and I just figured it out last night. There's two things, actually, but this one thing I'm going to say first. I was talking to Giuseppe, and I can't remember what it was. But I was replying to him, and then, bam, this information came to me and hit me hard. I don't know if all of you remember, I don't know how new most of you are, but I had asked for a guide exchange because I felt like I wasn't going anywhere. I felt like I was stopped on my path, that nothing's not helping me or pushing me. I just felt at a standstill. And so I felt at that time that I needed to ask for a guide exchange, guides that would help me. As I was talking to Giuseppe, this information hit me, as in around that same time that I asked for that exchange, that's when my visits changed. Before that, I used to see them like clockwork all the time. I'd see their full form, whether it be, I keep forgetting that name, when they're there but not there. It's like a projection of some sort. I can't think of the name. But some I would see in full form, and I haven't seen them like that. And when I was talking to Giuseppe, that information came to me. And I kind of went on a very short panic, as Giuseppe will tell you. I got really sad. I got very sad. And I hope to God that's not what happened. I hope to God that whatever guides that I have now, they hear me in my head, that they start showing themselves to me if I do have new guides. And if I still have my original ones, what the hell are they doing? Because they know this sends me in panic. And I used to tell them all the time, and I've stopped because I didn't want to be a pest. I can get really panicky pretty bad, especially when I know I'm losing a good thing, because I never have good things. I can't do that. I catch myself every time. Never say anything negative about yourself, even joking, because your consciousness hears and it takes notes. And then your mentality will change. And so will your surroundings and everything. The next thing I want to tell you is, for some reason, I think this was channeled to me now that I'm saying this. I often wonder, are these thoughts mine, or am I actually channeling? Because I do channel for people and I see things, and I often, very often, question it. Are these my thoughts, or are they being transferred to me by the souls that are around me or my guides? And it got where I didn't trust myself that much. I had that mentality as in, I'm crazy like my mom, in which I'm not. And I've got to stop that, because that is one of my greatest fears. I have to stop thinking and saying that. But suddenly, I can't remember what day it was I was doing it, and at the same time, it was telling me. They were telling me. I've caught myself where somebody's talking to me. Sometimes I get channeling and I'll start talking to them through that channel, but won't tell them. And what I do is, and I caught myself, and I think it was noted by my guides maybe, that I feel like my eyes go back and forth. You know when somebody's really thinking about something, something to say, and they'll look down and their eyes are darting? That's what I do. And I'm like, I was doing that the other day, and I caught myself, and I'm like, okay, wait. I do believe I'm channeling. I do believe it now more than anything. This is going to be a long video, so I might edit it and put it up tomorrow. But I've caught myself. My eyes will dart, and I'll see images, not knowing what they are. And I'm like sifting through these images. I'm trying to explain the best that I can. And I'm like going back and forth, back and forth. Like, for instance, I saw a soul, an extraterrestrial soul, that was with Giuseppe. I think this is the second one recently. And I might have discussed it, but I seen it, and Giuseppe came to mind, his name and his face, visualized, whatever. And I saw this entity that was extraterrestrial. And I remember I was kind of looking, I was working, and I was looking off because in that daze. And then I remember my eyes, because I was trying to picture all of it from head down as far as possible. And so my eyes are going back and forth, and because it was getting imagery like a scanner. And then I got myself here a couple of days ago. I was getting a name, I think it was. I cannot remember. And I do the same. It's like in my mind's eye, but my eyes do the same. Let's just say the name is Jennifer. And now I know why mediums do this. I will see the letter J, and then I'll go back J, what, J, and I'll start like scanning the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and then J, I. Okay, J, I, what? Sometimes it'll come to me, but not all the time. And I'm like, J, I, J, and I'm just like going back and forth. And I'm like, oh, I am channeling. Because there was this psychic guy named John something, I think his name was. And he would say, do you know anybody with the letter J? Like Jenny, Jen, Julie, Judy, and they're doing the same damn thing. Sorry. I'm kind of excited. This is a confirmation for me. And it's like, me just sitting here, pausing. I don't know what I was just doing or thinking, but an orb just went down right beside me. I think that's a confirmation. But anyway, I hope I got it on camera because it was just right in this area. I do that. And it was like, okay, now you know. I was getting this information. Now you know. That's how you channel. That's how you get your information and your visuals. And you have your own technique. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I was just confirmed that I do channel. But I love that. I really do, because now I feel less loopy, crazy, in which I'm not. I have to say, I have to throw that out there. But I'm so grateful to have this gift. And here lately, I give gratitude for it. I am very lucky to have these gifts that I have, and I love it. And I try to share certain information on TikTok also in my motion pictures that I've told you, and I put little quotes or sayings on them. Like, for instance, when I said, don't say bad things about yourself, even in a joking manner, because your subconscious listens. I put that in most of these motion things, little quotes like that or sayings, That's my way of helping people also. And this is why I'm here. I am a medium. I do channel. I do help people. I'm not ashamed to say it. I think I actually wanted to say, and I have been saying, that I thought my youngest daughter was the strongest out of all of us. And I don't think so anymore. I think I am. I also think that she's going to fight her gifts and she's going to shut them down. I would not have fought my gifts, and I don't think I did. When I saw my first soul, she was kind of scary looking at that time. I was 12 or 13 when I seen her. She looked like a drowning victim and didn't look very pleasant. And she appeared to me in the dark room with a storm outside. And I seen her in my third eye, I think. I can't remember. My third eye. I can't remember. But when the room lit up with the lightning, I seen her. And that part I shut down. But I could still hear them and feel them. But I didn't shut any of it down. But nobody told me, hey, Laura, don't you know you're a medium? Don't you know that you have 99 clairs? 99% of the clairs, I should say. I have them all except like one or two. And I can't remember what those two are. It might be just one. But I'm like, why didn't anybody just tell me that? Because I would have educated myself. I would have went and got books galore and crystals out the wazoo. And can you imagine if I started this when I was a kid? Nothing happened to me good when I was a kid, but better now. I gotta say that. But I would have bought books even as a young adult. I don't know what I would have done, because back then there was no internet or anything, and I don't know, life was crazy for me back then. But anyway, I still give gratitude for my gifts and what I have. And I'm also thinking, it excites me to think about this. I will share this with you for sure. When I get in my car, I thought that as soon as I had enough money, I would buy land and then start building me a tiny home. But it depends on the money flow. If my YouTube takes off, that's a whole different story. I think that I want to live in my car for as long as possible. And here's why. I need to do the same as I just described. I need to just light up my consciousness. I need to expand more. And I have this craving. I don't know if I could do that with the job I have and this job only, and building my place to stay. I won't have that money as I'm building. I want to be able to do that. I feel like I'm being pushed in my car for that reason. And two, I don't know if these thoughts are coming through my head that are mine or them, because I don't know. Sometimes I question myself, but I want to go to Peru. I want to do the ayahuasca. I don't know how it's pronounced. I forget. I want to do that. And I actually want to take Giuseppe. I've asked him if I asked him that I would pay for it all if he would go with me, because I don't know anybody who would go with me. And he's such a good person. He and I are brother and sister, soul form. Of course, we all are, but I feel such a connection to him. As I've stated before, I feed off of him. Every time I talk with him, it's just like things are just pulled out. It's crazy. It's insane, I know. I still want to. Of course, I will still talk to him about it, but you never know. Something would maybe happen on my part. Back on topic of that, I will never be able to afford to go to Peru if my YouTube doesn't take off. And I'm trying to build me a tiny home, and then I'm trying to pay bills again. You know what I mean? I feel like I've got to do this. I need answers on my spirituality part, as in, my starseed, light worker, whatever, medium. I need answers. I need answers about my guides. I really need to know now. Have I switched them out? I feel like I have, in which that really scares me. I stated that I wanted to keep Oren, Bob. I can't remember all I asked to stay, but I know Oren and Bob for sure. But Ezekiel's my guard. He's my guardian. So he guards me. That's my soulmate, by the way. I feel him. He's still here. I can feel him now. It's such a pleasant feeling. I just had this image of Mr. Clean, but he's bald. He does the arm cross thing. This is my rant and my story, I should say. And for those of you who don't know, also, the 23rd, I'll be moving out of this apartment on that day. I'll be packing on the 22nd, but the 23rd, I'll be moved out completely by the end of the day, and I'll be staying in my car. The economy has pushed me out in that way, and I'm not fighting it. I'm okay with it, actually, because I can save money and do the things that I need to do that I can't by living in this apartment. I have actually asked for something like this. I have asked, please put something in my path where I can afford things that I need. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to cover with you. This is almost 30 minutes long, and I think I'm going to go to bed shortly. My days wear me out when I'm working and all kinds of stuff. I get really, really tired. So I'm going to end this here. I hope that this entertained you a lot. I won't lie about that. But I love you guys tremendously. And I really hope you know that. I say that in every video because I really do hope that you know I do love you. I just don't throw that out there because it's my channel and it's the ending that I need to say. No, I mean it when I say it. I truly love you. Purely, spiritually, wholly, everything positive and high. And I give you gratitude for watching my videos. I love you. I can't say it enough, apparently. So I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.